Now, yesterday, the Nio stock went up by over 1%, bringing a bit of excitement to the new investors, as many of the investors, when the market opened yesterday, Nio was down and most, if not all, the other EV stocks were up. So many of the retail investors were panicking, saying that what's going on with Nio? Why is Nio the only EV stock in red whilst other EV stocks are on green? So that or we saw that at the end or after market close, Nio closed up by over 1%, which is something that is truly amazing. Now, Nio, you remember that they are busy deploying battery swap stations around China and also in Norway, because you remember that Norway is another destination where Nio is currently selling their ES8 model, which is something that is incredible. Now, you remember that their target, or the target that they plan to reach by the end of the year, it's 700 battery swap stations. And it is with great pleasure to announce to you that to date, Nio has deployed 668 battery swaps, which is something that is incredible. And this just means that Nio, it's left with only 32 battery swaps to deploy for the rest of the year. And you remember that there are only 31 days left until we finish this year, which I definitely think that Nio, you heard it or you are hearing it first here, is going to thrash this 700 target that they raised for themselves. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because you will know by now that Nio, even in a single day, they are able to deploy even a 10 battery swap stations, which is something that we have seen previously. I mean, just I think yesterday or day before yesterday, they deployed or they opened around 5 battery swap stations in one day, which is something, or which is why I am definitely positive that Nio will definitely pass their target of deploying 700 battery swap stations for the year, which is something that is truly amazing and something that has to motivate you and shows you that the fact that Nio is able to set certain targets for themselves does not mean that they will only get to those targets, but they are able to even beat their own targets. I mean, we've seen that quite a number of times in Nio. I mean, we've also seen that on their car deliveries. I mean, you remember that for the Q3, they had anticipated themselves that they will get to a target of or reach a target of between 22,500 and 23,000 vehicles, which we saw them thrashing their own target for the quarter or for the Q3 of 2021, which is something that has to show you that Nio is a company that they are able to even achieve or get to milestones that are over or that were over their expectations, which is something that you must take note. So even on this upcoming Q4 earnings results, I definitely think that Nio is going to definitely beat their delivery expectations, as we've seen previously, and as we are going to even see on these battery swap stations that they have set a target of 700 battery swaps stations by the end of the year. So I definitely think that they are going to pass this target, no problem. Otherwise, another great article I read this past week, it was when the CEO of Nio indicated that it's a brand cars will be using their battery or their existing Nio battery swap stations. And this is something that is incredible, and this is something that really motivated me, because if I didn't tell you, yesterday I loaded the board, because as seen on the screen you'll notice that I added 50 plus Nio shares in my portfolio because of this, or because of simply this. Because imagine the sub-brand, because the CEO indicated that if one of its sub-brand model is able to cost around $31,500 and is able to change or do a battery swap, this is something that will make Nio to stand out completely from all the other EV companies. I know, yes, I've been telling you that the fact that Nio is having this, or having their clients going to change batteries at these swap stations, make them to stand out. But then there has been that thing of saying Nio cars are a bit expensive, which is why we are not seeing so many people buying those Nio ES6, EC6, ES8 models, because they are a bit pricey and they are from the middle class going up. So this sub brand now, it will be releasing models that are cheap, models that they can be easily be afforded by people even in the lower class, which is something that is incredible. Now, to know that those kind of people in the lower earning income class will be also doing or enjoying the battery shop service is something that is truly completely out of this world. Because tell me, do you think that if they put Nio sub brand on one side and they put another EV brand on the other side, and on Nio this person, they can go and do a battery swap in less than 4.5 minutes, whilst on the other side, this person, for them to drive their car fully charged, they would have to charge that car for 40 minutes. Which one would you think many people will pick? Many people are going to pick the Nio car because they know that they can easily do a battery swap in less than 4.5 minutes and they get a fully charged battery, which is why I think this is going to definitely make Nio to stand out from all these other EV companies, which is something that must motivate you to stay long onto this Nio stock. This will be a serious game changer for Nio and will make Nio not just to make money by their big brands like the Nio ES8, ES6, ET7 and the upcoming ET5, but they will also make a lot of money from their sub brands. Because why? Because their clients will be able to do a battery swap even on those sub brands models, which is something that is incredible, and it's going to be the one to make Nio to go to the next level. Now, Nio is set for greatness. Nio is one of the companies that I tell you, you are going to definitely miss out if you don't partake into adding more holdings or investing into this company for the very first time. Because like just yesterday, I read a very good article by one of the Mizuho analysts indicating that Nio is set for greatness. In the upcoming 2022, we'll see a total shift of Nio because there's just so much that it will be happening around the Nio stock. And this is the same song that I have been singing on this channel. So hearing that one of the big financial analysts or one of the analysts from Mizuho Securities indicated that they also see a very good 2022 year for Nio, it's something that brought a lot of excitement when I read that article, because like I said, it's one of the songs that I've been singing on this channel, telling you that 2022, or give Nio at least until end of 2022. Then if you're not happy, then I don't think I'll blame you if you sell this stock, because there's a lot happening in 2022. Now you remember that Mizuho currently gave Nio a price target of around 65 US dollars per stock. And one of the reasons, of course, is the fact that Nio will be selling more cars in 2022. You will know that by the Q1 of 2022, Nio will start selling their ET7 model, which I've already told you that the orders of that model, Nio will start taking them beginning or mid-Jan, which is something that is incredible. Now, you remember that Nio is also set to start selling, not producing, but selling their ET5 model around the Q3 of 2022, which is something that is incredible. Now, you will remember that yet again, Nio is also set to start, or there are rumors saying Nio could also start selling their sub-brand model. This is the brand that the CEO indicated that it could cost around 31,500 US dollars. And people that buy that sub-brand could also enjoy the benefits of them going to change or do a battery swap station at the Nio swap station, which is something that is incredible and has to be the one to motivate you. So these are some of the things that makes, or that are even making this Mizuho analysts to believe or positively believe that 2022 is going to be a very good year for Nio. Now, another good reason why the Mizuho analysts increase their price target on Nio is because they believe that towards the end of next year, Nio will start producing 1,200 vehicles per day, which is something that is truly amazing and has to show you the capacity that we will start to see from Nio on a daily basis towards the end of 2022, which is something that is truly amazing and has to motivate you to stay long onto this Nio stock. Now, Nio, it's a company that is, like I said, doing very well. You remember that Nio just recently they started selling their cars in Norway, and of course, the only model that they are currently selling in Norway is the ES8 model. And I must say that looking at the numbers currently, I am very impressed by the numbers that I'm seeing, or by the sales that I'm seeing coming from Norway, because as it stands, I think yesterday Nio had sold around 128 ES8 models in Norway, which is something that is truly amazing and has to show you the kind of potential that lies within this Nio stock, because this just means that Nio will not only do well in China, but we'll also see Nio doing well outside of China. Because imagine if the ES8 is selling this good, imagine when next year Nio takes the ET7 there, imagine next year when Nio takes the other models there. This will be something that will be a game changer. And another good thing that really gives me comfort when I invest in the Nio stock is the fact that Nio, towards the end of next year, they will also start to sell their cars in Germany. And why Germany? Germany is also one of the countries in Europe that is ahead in terms, or that have high hopes or big plans when it comes to the EV industry, because you'll remember that by 2030 Germany expect to see 14 million cars on their roads being electric vehicles, which is something that is incredible and has to show you, or at least direct you as to why does Nio want to go to Germany, or why does Nio want to consider Germany as their second destination in Europe. Otherwise, you'll know that Nio also has other 3 countries in Europe where they plan to start selling their models, which is something that is truly amazing. And you will remember that one of the things that I think I told you like 4 or 5 months ago, I think it was from the Mizuho analyst, who said that 30%, very soon we'll be saying that 30% of the total Nio's revenues will come outside of China, which, by the way I see things unfolding in Norway, I definitely agree with what he's saying, because it looks like this car, or these Nio cars will be in demand not only in China but even outside of China, which is something that is incredible and must motivate you to stay long onto this Nio stock. Otherwise, yes, just tomorrow we are expecting Nio to report their November car deliveries, which is something that is incredible, because you remember that my prediction for the total deliveries for November is around 11,000 cars, which I believe Nio is going to thrash that no problem. So I believe that Nio tomorrow will report around 11,000 cars for the month of November, which is something that is incredible, because that will be yet another monthly delivery record. So for December, you'll know that my prediction is around 12,000 vehicles, which I believe they will get to that no problem. Otherwise, as I've already told you, Nio is just set, or it's a company that is set to do very well. I mean, on the 18th of December, Nio will be hosting the Nio Day, which so many investors, not just the Nio investors, all the investors around the world, they want to see the latest products that Nio will be showing on that day. Because I mean, even myself, I'm patiently waiting for that day, because I know that after that day, the Nio, so many retail investors are going to be very excited, which is why we will see the market react in a positive way, which is why I've been telling you that please load the boat on Nio before that day, because after that day, I truly believe that it will be lights out for this stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, please know that this video was just for entertainment purposes, and you should not take it as professional financial advice. Otherwise, if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do by now, and that is you need to go and consult the professionals. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And hey, before you invest into this stock, go out there, do your own due diligence, and see if you can spare $1 or $2 on this stock. Otherwise, I'm still very bullish on this stock, and I'm still going to continue to invest into this stock, provided it offers a good opportunity. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.